hear all the noise in the background because I have a renovation crew up there preparing my new room that I will work in since, I don't know, next 3 weeks. Please give me a second, I'll just reconfigure everything. I mean, zoom all the stuff up, prepare my environment, because this is actually the very first moment I sit down to my computer. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy morning. Okay, let's zoom my ID a bit. Yep, that will work. Oh my god. Let me just double check if I'm live or not. Yep, apparently. Twitch, I am live. Good. Okay. Working. No, they are not. Okay, now it's better. Okay, that's interesting. I hear echo somewhere. Oh, yeah, from here. Okay. So let me just open the announcement I posted yesterday and quickly explain what are we going to do right now. So when developing plugins for JetBrains IDEs, we are using IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. This is a plugin for Gradle build system that is setting up all the dependencies, configurations, everything that is required to make things working. So you can focus on actual development and leave the configuration behind. That works. That works great. And we also have another Gradle plugin, so plugin for Gradle build system. And this one is called Gradle Grammar Kit plugin. What it does, it is basically executing the Grammar Kit libraries on your project. So if you have any language definition like BNF files that describe what the language that you are working on is supposed to kind of look like, behave, etc. This Grammar Kit library is converting those BNF files into, well, another form that helps IntelliJ IDEA and JVM work correctly and interpret your rules. And in order to help you with the configuration of this Grammar Kit tool, we also created a Gradle Grammar Kit plugin that wraps this library and you can add into your Gradle setup. That solution was working well as well for a pretty long time. However, we are facing the 2026.1 release soon, and plugin developers who are working on custom plugin support, custom language support plugins reported that the latest version, this is the current version, so no worries, we just use some old year nomenclature here. So it's not working when using the 261, so 2026.1 IntelliJ Platform release. In the last stream I explained that I did the investigation, found the solution for that. Okay. Hold on. I press some button here. Oh my god. I don't know. I did the investigation. I found the workaround, which I eventually last week re-implemented because this workaround turned out not to be rock solid. So in the other approach that we took last week, we started, instead of using a hard-coded list of modules that should be taken from the IntelliJ platform to satisfy the Grammar Kit library, we switched to using plugin verifier that helps us create IDE instance out of the IDE directory. So it's parsing, processing all the IDE that you use for plugin development, and out of this IDE object we are resolving core com IntelliJ plugin. We are getting its class path and passing to the task that is described within the Gradle Grammar Kit plugin. And in this case, this is the generate parser task. Okay, so this solution also works and will most likely work for quite some time. However, I can't tell you how long, and well, this plugin is a bit outdated in terms of what Gradle itself, so the Gradle company and Gradle build system, are introducing recently, because they started working on Gradle build system pretty fast recently, so they are releasing more and more features, fixes, and the release cycle is way faster than before. Now, yeah, this Gradle Grammar Kit plugin didn't catch up with all the changes all the time, so it became a bit well, it's not in a perfect condition anymore. And I have two possibilities here. The first one is to well, make it working again in a proper way, but that will require copying a lot of stuff from the actual IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin into the Gradle Grammar Kit plugin. So a lot of code has to be copied. Oh, hello Mateusz. Yeah, I'm using Arc, but to be fair, yesterday I installed Vivaldi because my colleague said it's also Chrome based and supported, because Arc is not developed anymore, as I heard, only bug fixes. So not for Arc, but not for too long. Where were I? Basically, yeah, I can copy a lot of code from the other Gradle plugin into this one, but that will result in maintaining two separated products, separated plugins, so it's a no-go, especially because I don't have time for that. So the other idea, pretty wild idea, is to grab all the whole implementation from Gradle Grammar Kits back to the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. So I have everything set there. I need to just copy some business logic responsible for parsing Lexer and parser grammar. Parser. Parse Lexer, parse grammar. So those two tasks, and yeah, I think this is worth giving it a try, and it may work, yeah, even better. So I'll just dive into code right now, and let's see how things will unfold. Also from pros, I did some kind of listing of what are benefits for this change, and yeah, lower maintenance costs, better configuration, cache support for declaring repositories in settings, Gradle KTS, blah 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 blah. So I see really no downsides for this solution. That's why I'm just, yeah, yesterday evening I just decided to go for that, and here we are. So that's the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. We'll look at it in a second. Now let's focus on the actual subject of this stream. Okay, this is just some GitHub file. So yeah, it is written in Kotlin, fortunately, because I did this plugin pretty late, so I was already experienced in using Kotlin when creating plugins for Gradle. And what do we have here? The main file. Excuse me. Yeah, and that's my first coffee today, so I need it. Okay. A question from asthma, yeah. Okay, I wish this text is larger in my OBS. Hi, can you enable the tooltip that shows what buttons do you press? Can't remember its name and if it's a plugin or a built-in IDE feature. That was a standalone plugin in the past, but it's now a built-in plugin. So it is in View, Appearance, and its name is Presentation Assistant. And from now on, we'll see my shortcuts. I'm pressing. Thanks for suggesting that, because yeah, I'm just used to my shortcuts, so it's pretty useful for others, I guess. Okay, Gradle Grammar Kit plugin. So the main class for any Gradle plugin is actually build Gradle gateers, where we define the main endpoint, and this is Grammar Kit plugin, and we point to the implementation class, which I store in Gradle properties, which is here, org JetBrains Grammar Kit plugin. So this is the main plugin implementation point. So yeah, going back here, that's the one. It has one method that you have to implement in the first place. It's apply, and we are checking if the currently used Gradle is supported. We are creating some or resolving some of configurations. So here we register Grammar Kit class path and two others. So we are using, we rely on compile class path configuration and compile only configuration. That's because we have to fed later our tasks with well, the proper class path. So all the jars that are required to be to execute the Grammar Kit library. And we do register here two tasks: generate lexer task and generate parser task. Lexer is pretty simple one, because we do not do anything here, so we just add JFlex. Yeah, this is pretty weird approach for adding dependencies, jars into tasks class path. And that's something I did the refactoring and didn't touch this part because it was working. Now it's not working that well. Okay, so generate lexer task with some class paths prepared and generate parser task. Same, some class path is prepared here and here. So actually we could do it like that. And here, as mentioned before, if we have the IntelliJ Platform dependency in our class path, meaning there is the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin applied on a site, in this configuration we have path to the IntelliJ Platform that we use for building the plugin, and out of this path, this platform path, we are building this IDE object, getting the IntelliJ main plugins class path and passing it further. Okay, that was my experiment. Passing further to the generate parser task class path. Now it's getting worse because this plugin is applying some repositories for you under the hood, and that's a really bad approach. Okay, that was there is a workaround, because if you set the fail on project repos, come on, My keyboard is so sensitive. If you set this fail on project repos, it was failing, so that's a workaround. So we are applying right now repositories, the required repositories only if you do not fail on project repos. Workaround, really. Terrible approach. And here for you again we are adding the grammar kit and JFlex dependencies to your main class path. So we are mutating your main configuration. Terrible approach again. Same here, and some helper methods. So yeah, I'm not happy with that, but let's go a bit further. Let's check what is inside the generate Lexer task. So this is a Java exec type of Gradle task, meaning we are passing to this task a main class, jflex.main, which we are going to execute whenever the task is running. This jflex main is already in the class path, so the class should be resolved correctly. And in the task action, so here we are we are doing something like that. So we are executing this class, and we also are passing some arguments collected with the getArguments private method. So -d is target output dir, skeleton, whatever really. Generate parser task works in a really similar way. So we are preparing something here. There is some additional logic about purging all files. We will have to redo that, but at the end of the day we are executing the org IntelliJ grammar main class with some arguments prepared here. So target, root, output directory and source file. So yeah, target location and what we are going to use for generating parser. So this is a really simple Gradle plugin, but it's broken. Simple but broken. So right now we have to get all this logic back into the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. And well, to make it wise, we should make those new tasks in the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin, so long name, as opt-in, because still someone may have may update the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. I need to find some shorter way for that, for this stream. So IntelliJ Gradle plugin, I can't. We will make it opt-in. So whenever someone updates the other plugin where we introduce those tasks, still having the grammar kit Gradle plugin installed, applied, things may get broken, because we will try to create Gradle tasks with the same names twice, so something will get broken for sure. So to do that, we will introduce a new sub plugin here. Why? Let me just show you documentation tooling. This is the kind of structure of the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. So we have core plugin called org JetBrains IntelliJ Platform. So in 90% of cases, you are applying this one. So this is plugin ID to your project to get everything that you need for plugin development. If you work on, and this plugin is applying the also module sub plugin and base sub plugin. Ignore this migration because this is obsolete. I'm going to remove it soon. But you also can apply just the module sub plugin when you work on a multi-module plugin structure. So you have some Gradle sub-modules for with implementation for Rider or WebStorm or something else, or some specific third-party plugin, which will be enabled or disabled depending on its availability. So it's good to separate such implementation every time. So we have platform, module, base, and next to that we should also introduce a grammar kit sub module, which should exist somewhere here and will apply only the base sub module. Why only base? Because we need from base only the setup responsible for IntelliJ Platform dependency, nothing else. We don't need any tasks, cool tasks that module or platform are introducing, because we'll not use them anyway. So we are going to create in the first place the grammar kit sub plugin. Yeah, okay, I'm in constants. So the constants file is the constants object, where I just store some useful information, strings, etc. So here, grammar kit. Let's do it like that. So yeah, we are merging this actual ID dot grammar kit. Now we have also to register this plugin. The implementation class, okay, will exist in the project group, because I have a plugin that you can apply in settings, Gradle settings, but in also the classic ones that you can apply in build Gradle files, so project scope. So here I need to get something small, not this one. Base, no, that's long. Okay, let's create a class for grammar kit. Grammar kit plugin. And yeah, we are going to apply the base plugin, and for now I think we can drop that build module, and here we are registering custom tasks, and we'll have to have here those two, generate lecture and parser tasks. Was that? Yeah, just that. Okay, the whole block is failing. Okay, so that's that. So we have now successfully created this grammar kit sub plugin. Base. Let's register it. Module. Okay. Okay. It's just here. So as said before, we are registering plugins in build Gradle KTS, and yeah, it's here. The ID is GrammarKit. And that's the class name, and from now on we are going to have a new plugin published. So we can focus on introducing those new tasks. We'll have them here. Class. Okay. Parser task. Yes. And the other one was Lexer task. Okay. Both of them are Java exec tasks. Okay. Implement. Okay. Abstract. Okay. Group. Let's make the okay, because each task. Okay. IntelliJ Platform. Yeah, let's use this group. Let's be consistent. Oh, generate Lexer for IntelliJ Platform GrammarKit. Yeah, let's use it. Okay, that was weird. Abstract class Java exec. Yep. Okay. So we have our tasks, task classes already created. Now we can comment that, but our tasks need to implement something, which is, well, not implement, those have to have this companion object, registrable English. So where we are configuring everything that these particular tasks will need, those tasks will need. So that's that. And here generate Lexer, thank you. And here generate parser. Okay. Lexer and parser. Okay. Let's move them here. Okay, so I believe we have all the tasks already in place. We can try them. I'll use my .ignore plugin for trying this out. So first, okay, here we are using GrammarKit plugin. Let's remove that. What do we have here? Okay, let's revert it for now, because okay, let's wait for IDE to figure out what's going on. So again, if you have any questions during the stream about anything, just write it on chat. I will try to answer to your questions, everything. Okay, so we are in the .ignore plugin, which is using GrammarKit for defining the language syntax of the .ignore files like gitignore or npmignore, etc. And here in this project we'll simply try to replace the GrammarKit with this new module. So IntelliJ Platform, GrammarKit, let's add this one to the stack. Oh, come on, no, I didn't attach sources yet, so it's not available here. Okay, let's get back to the IDE. It's almost done. So now in the .ignore plugin, we're going to have the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin attached from sources. So it's great for debugging and testing of the implementation. Yep, almost there. It takes a bit of time. That's expected. So now let's try apply. Okay, something is off. Fail to apply. Cannot add task. Generate Lexer. Add task. Okay, yeah, exactly the case I explained before. Let's comment out that. Okay. That's also expected because we are trying to configure those generate lecture and parser. Tasks, having no fields defined there. So those fields we'll have to copy from the actual implementation into the new classes. Almost. Here in IntelliJ Platform we should get those two new generate tasks. Yep, they are there. So we can call it, but nothing will happen. Which is okay, because we didn't implement anything yet. Okay, so as you have seen, here we have some properties, which, okay, no main class, that's also expected. We should implement. So let's start with the simple one. So lexer, source file, target output dir, and purge old files. So let's go here. Lexer. Main class, that will be useful. Lexer. Okay. Why? Kotlin DSL. Assign. So I like this one. Oh my god. So this Kotlin DSL helper from Gradle lets me use not the .set function call, but use the assign character. The equals. All right. Here. Okay, this one is deprecated, so we don't need to use this one anymore. We'll skip the deprecated fields. So not this one, not this one. We need this one. Output dir. One. Not this one, not this one. Target file. Why it's a function? Okay. I don't like functions like that. We'll see. Another target file. What else? Input source files, skeleton, and purge old files. Okay. And also this exec. Yeah, let's take it. Okay. Okay, what was it? Okay, that's a path. Something is off. Why is that? What's this path? Okay, so that's a utility method. I don't want this one. Okay, so we have a couple of fields. This target file is doing something. Okay, the directory property is a good type. We like it. Target file, okay, this is to let you use string Lexer class. No, not really. Target output dir file. I would rather, okay, this is output directory, target file. And how did we use it? Source file, file, boolean. Okay. Who is using that? No, not here, not here. Too many windows. Okay, target file. Who is using this class? Only you. Target file. Generated Lexer class is set in the flex file. Use target out there if you want to get the folder or target file Lexer name to get the generated Lexer file. So we are suggesting not to use okay, I get it. So it's just okay, because the Lexer class has to be placed inside the target output dir. Okay, so target file. I don't like it. Oh, but this is okay. Fuck. That's just a getter. Where's my coffee? Okay. Okay, yeah. Everything is clear. I'm just blind. So yeah, let's keep those getters. It's all good. So the only issue here is I'll just move those up. This one and this one. Up here. Anyways, let's not modify the logic because that's not the goal. Here we have to pass target output directory as a path, and here we'll use another helper called save something, save path string. This is my helper from this project, but this one works on path only, and yeah, it is calling the invariant separator path string. Well, playing with macOS, Linux and Windows at the same time is pretty tricky, so yeah, you better remember this helper because yeah, it's really helpful to keep paths in a common structure, name, syntax. Okay, as path, save path string. Okay. All right, that's it. So the only missing thing is the JFlex main for this task, for generate lecture task. But we'll get to that. Okay, let's do it right now. Not everything at once. So whenever we run the generate lecture task, we won't get it working at all because the main, okay, source file doesn't have configure value. Okay, meaning that we can uncomment that. JFlex is not here. So the dummy way for making it working is to add JFlex dependency into the current tasks class path. So yeah, we could make it like that. Class path equals something, the custom configuration name, to which we will add JFlex dependency. And that's what we're going to do, but in IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. So now we have to add a custom configuration in which we'll hold JFlex dependency. And this configuration will be separated from your compile class path, so don't mutate your actual plugins code, because still JFlex and grammar kits are addition to the workflow. They are task specific, so there is no reason for mixing those JFlex and grammar kit libraries with your actual implementation. So let's get back to the constants file. Here I have a configuration block. And we'll need the IntelliJ Platform, yeah, we'll add here const val IntelliJ form grammar kit. Not grammar kit, it's lecture. Okay, so let's start with JFlex, I mean JFlex. Okay. Okay. And from here, in the companion object, which is here, we need to add this configuration to the tasks class path. It's doing something similar here, somewhere here. Okay, companion. Okay, companion, and init go to the bottom. Where I was resolving configurations, yeah, here. No. JFlex. Okay. But this configuration is empty. Is Gradle parallel on? Masking. I guess so, or not. No, it's not. We had some troubles here. I didn't turn it on. Well, I had troubles 3 years ago